Today we're going to learn the months of the year in Hungarian and also a handy grammar ending that will allow you to say in January, in February, and so on. Hello everyone and welcome to Hungarian with Adriana. By the end of this lesson, you will learn not only the months, but also a special feature of the Hungarian language called vowel harmony that gives Hungarian its unique sound. Let's start with the months one by one in their base form. Repeat after me. Január, február, március, április, május, június, július, augusztus, szeptember, október, november, December. Great! Now let's see how to say in January, in February, and so on. But first you need to understand what the term noun case means. Noun case might sound like a scary grammar term, but really is just a way of showing how a word functions in a sentence. In English, we use little helper words, like prepositions. For example, in January, on Monday, with my friend. In Hungarian, instead of using separate words, we add endings, called suffixes, to the word itself. For example, we've just learned the months in a noun case called nominative case. The nominative case is the simple form or base form of a word with no ending. It's what you'll find in the dictionary. So, január just means January. Now, to be able to say in January, we'll need to use a noun case called inessive case. The inessive case is used when you want to say in something. By the way, you don't need to remember or memorize the names of these cases, unless you're studying for some advanced grammar exam. I'm just mentioning them so you're aware of them. So, in Hungarian, there is no word for in. Instead of saying in January with two words, like in English, Hungarian attaches an ending to the word January. And the endings for in are ban and ben. If you need an easy way to remember them, just think, I believe in Ben. In Ben. I'll explain in a bit how to know which ending to use, but let's start simple. For the months from January to August, we add the ending ban. And for the months from September to December, we add the ending ben. Januárban, februárban, márciusban, áprilisban, májusban, júniusban, júliusban, augusztusban, szeptemberben, októberben, novemberben, decemberben. Pretty simple, right? But you might be wondering, why ban for some months and ben for others? That is where vowel harmony comes in. Hungarian words like their vowels to match. That's why we classify words by the type of vowels they contain. Vowels are split into two main groups. Back vowels, a, o, u, and front vowels, e, I, ö, ü. When we add endings to words, we have to match the type of vowels used in that word. If a word contains only back vowels, it is considered a back vowel word and takes the back vowel ending ban. A is a back vowel. That's why január takes the ban ending, januárban, because it only has back vowels, a, u, a. If a word contains only front vowels, it is a front vowel word and takes the front vowel ending ben, E is a front vowel. That's why September takes the ben ending. Septemberben, because it only has front vowels. If a word contains both front and back vowels, the last vowel usually gives its class. So február has both front and back vowels, but the last vowel is a back vowel, a. Therefore, it takes the back vowel ending ban, februárban. If a word contains e or e, they usually don't contribute to whether a word is overall front or back. The other vowels in the word will decide. That's why április, június, and július take the back vowel ending ban. Áprilisban, júniusban, júliusban. This rule might sound a bit confusing, but try not to stress too much about memorizing the rule itself. The more you use these words, it will become second nature. And more importantly, you will still be understood if you accidentally use the wrong ending. Now let's put these words into sentences, first using the nominative form. To say it is January, we'll have to say January is. There is no word for the subject pronoun it in Hungarian, and the verb is van. Van. So how would you say it is January? If you said januárban, you are right. Next, how would you say it is July? If you said július van, you are right again. So you just add the verb van after the month, and there you have it. Let's look at another example. To say my favorite month is January, we'll have to say the favorite, my month, the January. And in this kind of sentence, we don't use the verb is. The word for the definite article the is either a or az. A if the following word begins with a consonant, for example, a január, and az if the following word begins with a vowel, for example, az április. The word for favorite is kedvenc. Kedvenc. Month is hónap. Hónap. And my month is hónapom. Hónapom. So my favorite month will be a kedvenc hónapom. A kedvenc hónapom. And then you will say the plus month. Let's practice this. How would you say my favorite month is January? A kedvenc hónapom a január. A kedvenc hónapom a január. Next, what would be my favorite month is August? A kedvenc hónapom az augusztus. A kedvenc hónapom az augusztus. Well done! Let me know in the comments what your favorite month is in Hungarian. Now let's move on to saying some sentences in the inessive case. In January, etc. To say I was born in plus month, we'll say in month plus születtem. Születtem means I was born. So how would you say I was born in March? Márciusban születtem. Márciusban születtem. What about I was born in December? Decemberben születtem. Decemberben születtem. Let's look at our final example. To say it is warm or it is cold in a month. The word for warm is meleg. Meleg. And to say it is warm, we have to say warm is, like we did with January is. So how would you say it is warm? Meleg van. Meleg van. And the word for cold is hideg. Hideg. And again, we'll say cold is. So how would you say it is cold? Hideg van. Hideg van. Now, to say it is cold in November, we'll say in November cold is. So how would you say that in Hungarian? Novemberben hideg van. Novemberben hideg van. And how would you say it is warm in June? Júniusban meleg van. Júniusban meleg van. Well done. Let me know in the comments how many of these sentences you got right. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you'd like to improve your Hungarian, let me invite you to my Hungarian Jumpstart course. It's a 2-hour beginner-friendly audio course that's designed to get you speaking real Hungarian from your very first lesson. I'll leave the link with more information about the course in the description below. Thank you for watching, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!